With that, I'd like to welcome Michael W. Jones.
Good morning. You know, I would try to stand behind the podium, but it would probably be difficult for me to do that because I'm used to moving around. So, first, every time I hear that bio, when it's said in a room that I know I'm like the least heroic guy in the room, it nulls in comparison to what you guys have done. And that includes the spouses, because I know that you sacrifice as well. So at this time, I don't want you to stand up, but if you served, if you're a veteran, just raise your hand. There we go. So for all my Humana people out there, these are the people that preserve your freedom. And we're very honored to have you here today. I also know, because in a room like this, that we'll probably have some Vietnam veterans in here as well, and I always take this opportunity to welcome you home, because I know you didn't get it when you deserved it. So welcome home. I don't ever write speeches because I was a first sergeant. If I was an officer, then I would have done speeches. Any officers in here? No? So we can talk about them, right? I'm just kidding. I work for Humana. I'm their veteran guy. About a year and a half ago, Humana recognized that we could do a little more for veterans. Since 1996, we've been serving the active duty and retired in the southern states. As you can tell, I got a little twang in my voice. But since 1996, we've managed TRICARE. So if you were a retiree or something on those lines, or if you were on active duty, we've been taking care of our veterans since 1996. We also do stuff with the Veterans Administration as well. We have contracts with them. In 11 states, we actually manage veteran clinics. So we looked at that and said, we're benefiting, but what are we doing besides that? I think we could do more. So I was retiring, and they said, hey, Mike, you think we could do more? I said, yeah, here's the top 10 things I think you can do. We're not going to go through that. But one of the main things they did, and it was funny that they asked me, because at the time that I retired, right, and I'm not boasting here, but I'm educated, I have a master's degree. For 6 months, I couldn't find a job in the country that I helped protect for 21 years, right? This is the same story that you could hear from a lot of veterans right now, especially those that, unlike me, that didn't have time to get an education and so forth, only did a few years, served their country in Iraq, served their country in Afghanistan. Coming home, they can't find a job. It's as high as 30% sometimes. And I was affected by that. It took me 6 months to find a job, and I had all the skills there that you could want. But those who don't have the same resume that I have, they're struggling. So we said, we got to do something about that. So in August of 2011, Humana said, you know what? We're going to put 1,000 veterans to work by the end of 2013. We did that by the end of 2012. We're very proud of that. So this year in January, you said, you know what? We're so good at it, we're going to put another 1,000 veterans to work. And as of today, Humana has put 1,210 veterans or their spouses to work since August of 2011. I can't take credit for it. I don't work in HR. All I do is go out and talk to you guys and tell you how cool it is that we did it.
Can we get a couple cards from you?
Yes, sir, you can. So in that initiative, we created a special webpage that veterans and their spouses go to, and they identify themselves as a veteran. As they go through the system, it helps us identify them so that they can understand what our corporate initiative is. Humana is a Fortune 79 company. We got about 40,000 employees. So we have room to put people to work. And when we talk about jobs, we're not talking about, regular old jobs. We're talking about most of our jobs are salary-based, meaningful work, stuff that you can, be proud to do. And if you're lucky enough, if you work on our government side, or if you're a guy like me, you get to work with veterans a lot. And who better to serve than people like you? So,
what's salary based?
Salary based? Are you asking for the salary? Or? I make $3.6 million a year. But the government taxes it at 98%, so I'm just kidding. So it's a very special day, Memorial Day. You know, the day, and officially we'll do this on Monday, and unfortunately for a lot of Americans, Memorial Day is about fixing hot dogs and hamburgers and so forth. They don't realize that there's a little more to it. You know, in this room, we don't need to be reminded. But yesterday, I helped put 1,300 flags on the graves of our heroes. And they'll be doing, I'm sure a lot of people did that. People in this room may have done that themselves. And they just don't realize that sometimes we don't really think about, you know, what is the true price of freedom. You know, we all know what it is in this room. Obviously, in 21 years and in various leadership roles, I had the point in my career where, you know, we had to put some people behind those markers in those national cemeteries and cemeteries across our states. It's a sad day when you have to do that, when our young go away before they should. But I'm not really saddened by it because I know that that's the cost of freedom, and it will remain that cost. And you guys in this room understand that. So we honor you today, but we should honor you every day. Every day should be Memorial Day in this country, because that's just the way I feel about it. I'm a little partial because I'm a veteran, but every day should be Memorial Day. And so today is just a fragment of what we should really do. But I just wanted you to know that our company believes in veterans, and you're not just an opportunity for us. You're more than that. We donated $1 million to an entrepreneur boot camp. We do things all across all 50 states. They send me everywhere to look for ways to better support you. You can get my business card, absolutely.
Thank you.
You can contact these people that you got introduced to, and they'll contact you, or they'll take care of it themselves. We want to find ways to better serve you. We can't be involved in every single thing. It's impossible. But I challenge every company that's in that list of 100, top 100 companies, to do top 100 companies in this nation, to do the exact same thing that Humana's done. If you can, then we can help fix a lot of things. So we got a little ways to go. You guys, your service is not done yet either, believe it or not. All across this land, I think we have 17 veterans commit suicide every day. That's a sad state of affairs. I don't want to bring you down, but when I go to the VA, they tell me that I suffer from post-traumatic stress. And I tell them, you know what, you can put it, whatever label you want on it. I said, but I have a right to feel a way about the people that I served with, and they're no longer with me. I think it's an honor that I get to carry their image with me. I think it's the reason why I'm still here versus being in the same plot of land. So I hope that you'll have that same attitude. You know, as you think about some of the things that you've been involved with, and you say, why am I still here and my brother or sister's not? Well, because your work's not done yet. So we got to reach out to them. We got to embrace them. And we got to make sure that they know people love them so they don't take their lives. So we honor you. We appreciate you. I thank you for your valuable time. God bless you all.